The word prokaryote comes from the Greek word. Pro means before, karyon means nut. Now look, these are prokaryotes. You can see this is a cell, unicellular organism, but inside the cell, the material that is present, DNA chromosomes that are present inside the nucleus, there is no nuclear membrane. Okay, now eukaryotes. Eukaryotes are organisms whose cells have a nucleus enclosed within a membrane. You can see this cell, it has a nucleus which is surrounded by a nuclear membrane, and if we see this nucleus closely, it looks like this. It is having a membrane. So all the eukaryotes are those animals that have a nucleus in their cell which is enclosed in a membrane, that is called nuclear membrane. Prokaryotes do not have nuclear membrane, eukaryotes have nuclear membrane. Inshallah, this should be clear to you. Next is unicellular and multicellular organisms. Uni means one. So unicellular organisms have only one cell. They should be microscopic. Multicellular organisms that have many cells. So these are the examples of unicellular organisms: amoeba, paramecium, euglena and Chlamydomonas. And you are going to study these unicellular organisms in detail. And multicellular organisms means many cells. So if we take a man, one cell, this is the picture of one cell. Many cells combine and make tissue. Tissues combine and make organ. Organs combine and make a system, and then all the systems combine and make a organism. So it means many cells means millions and billions of cells. Okay, next, heterotrophic organisms. What are heterotrophic organisms? A heterotroph is an organism that cannot produce its own food, instead taking nutrition from other sources of organic carbon, mainly plant or animal matter. If we see a food chain, heterotrophs are primary, secondary and tertiary consumers, but not producers. So what are producers? Producers are green plants. You can see producers are green plants that are not heterotrophic. Then primary, secondary, tertiary and other consumers, they all are heterotroph. They cannot prepare their food and they take food from other sources. Okay ji. So if plants are not heterotrophs, so they are autotrophs. Autotrophs make their own food and heterotrophs cannot make their own food. Must obtain energy from outside sources. Autotrophs includes plants, some of the protists and some bacteria. What are protista? We will study in next kingdoms. And what are heterotrophs? Includes animals, fungi and bacteria. What are fungi? We are going to study it. So I think the difference should be clear to you, that what are heterotrophs and autotrophs. Now Whittaker's classification. Whittaker has classified in 1969 to solve the problem when some of the elements, some of the organisms only have cell wall but they do not have chlorophyll, so where they should be included, and also the unicellular prokaryotes where they should be included. So they suggested a new system of classifying living organisms, and they classified the organisms into 5 kingdoms: kingdom Monera, kingdom Protista, kingdom Fungi, kingdom Plantae and kingdom Animalia. These 2 names are you have already heard. Now these 3 are very new for you: kingdom Monera, kingdom Protista and kingdom Fungi. Now we are going to compare how they classify. The basis of the classification, that the organism is unicellular or multicellular. Second, what Whittaker saw that the organism is prokaryote or eukaryote, means they have a true nucleus or not, nuclear membrane or not. And third, what is the basis of classification here? How they feed. So kingdom Monera and kingdom Protista contains unicellular organisms. Kingdom Fungi, kingdom Plantae and Animalia contains multicellular organisms. Kingdom Monera contains prokaryotes. Kingdom Protista, Fungi, Plantae and Animalia all contains eukaryotes that have a